You're seeking an implant?
I just need you to lower the addiction for me before I go get one.
We can help with that. It's not cheap.
Well, whatever I can't pay you in money, I can do other things.
Darth as Strider Silverbow.
So, you want to know my story, eh? Well, my name is Strider Silverbow, ex-leg breaker for the Guy Show. But I didn't start off like that. I was born in damnation, where the best case for a kid is a murderer and the worst is a demon. Once I turned 18, I beat my way into the Guy Show and became one of their go-to leg breakers. I did a lot of things, from burning down a store to threatening to kill a man with his own fists. But most importantly, I got shit done. Until eventually I met her. Amber Silverbow and the Abyss Claws. Man, they were truly something else. But let me get back on topic. The Claws owed the mob some money, and I was sent to collect. But my usual strategy of punching them till they broke and gave up the money wasn't working, so I tried something new. Negotiation, which turns out works way better, and I'm just as good at as punching. After that job, I became a very well-known leg breaker for the mob. Not because of my fighting skills, but because of the way I communicated. I had a way of making even the most hardened criminals give up the money. I found what they loved, and I would give them a little push. Eventually, though, Amber showed me there's more to life than damnation and the mob, so we moved to Upper Jarls, and I started my own mercenary company, the Silver Bullet Syndicate. Whenever you need a job done, I make sure my team delivers, even if we don't look like a team of highly trained mercenaries. We'll finish the task by whatever means necessary. A few years after I started my company, Amber and I got married, and since I didn't have a surname, I took hers. Now I run the Silver Bullet Syndicate, taking whatever job comes our way, whether it be from the scum of damnation or the nobles in Upper Jarls.
Kira as Dream's Maddox King.
Is this thing on? It seems like it's on. Fuck it, the light's blinking, I'm just gonna go. Hey, my name's Dreams. And yeah, that is a nickname. My real name is not important enough to deserve a mention. I don't know why I'm doing this. Maybe they'll find this recording in a time capsule, or maybe in the ass for the Horsk. That's pretty funny. Anyway, I don't like talking about my past. My father was an abusive son of a bitch, and my mother preferred the pills over me. So we can move on. I was, and still am, a product of the streets. I lived on my own when I was very young. Stealing and dealing, there was never a job too small. And I eventually robbed my way to anesthesia. And by this time I was 18 or 20, I can't really remember. However, being young and dumb, I got mixed up with this asshole who thought he was a big fish. And long story short, I might have fucked him over. And then he tried to kill me. And while I was being shot at, I had an encounter. Okay, full disclosure, I was behind the desk and very high. But I was sure I was going to die. And then I met her. She saved me. She changed my life. From terrible to absolute shit. It's funny when I think back how a single moment can influence your life so deeply. But I am a child born from abuse and abandonment, so why should this be any different? Pathetic, right? My only solace are drugs or the fact that a bullet will eventually kill me. Fuck this. The mood's ruined.
Lavi as Killier, the Siren Xylaris.
Hey there, sweetheart. My name is Killian Xylaris, but people who don't know me call me the Siren. I was born as Ciano Duvri to Filvero as Salusa, a well-known herbalist. I have 5 younger siblings and grew up with a pretty uneventful life. Luckily, however, thanks to my parents' amazing genes, I was able to land a few jobs and open the Siren's Call Casino at 23. Soon after, I got married to a man named Alred. Alred was attractive and charming, a gentleman, and a man too good to be true. And he was. Once we got married, it was almost as if a switch within him flipped and he changed. One day after a long night at the casino, I came home from work. My husband was lounging on the couch and immediately yelled at me to get him some liquor. And so, I went to the nightshade to fix him his usual drink. You know, some guys just can't hold their nightshade. I gave the keys to the Siren's Call to one of my sisters in the Nightwings and left Sienna out of fear that my husband's buddies may be coming after me. Since then, I've been opening casinos whenever I had the time. But ever since my husband's death, people would commission me for other jobs, and eventually, I realized how good I was. So now, here I am, working as an assassin at the Silver Bullet Syndicate. Even if you don't want a job done, you can always come to me for a good time. I won't bite, unless you want me to.
Bruno as Esme Hush Badeau.
Hey, I'm Esme Badeau, aka Hush. I've never been the type to make friends. With a life on the run, it's kinda hard to find your clique. Which is why I decided I'd make sure everyone I meet is my... Sorry about that. I'll make sure everyone I meet is my friend. And those who aren't... well, there's always a way around it. I grew up in Anarkesia, a pretty cute place if you enjoy living in the suburbs. My parents never really liked me that much. They even tried me to do card readings and predict people's futures because I got hit by lightning once and then made me their chosen child. I was never into that. So one day, I skipped town. I won't tell you my reasons, but it's not a place I want to go back to. Nowadays, I sneak between the underworld and the overcity, taking from those who have too much and keeping those who don't have much from getting more than me. Life as a kid in this place isn't easy, you know. Always on the run, dodging bullets and people who want you dead. So I decided to join the mercenaries, make some coin, and maybe one day I'll stop running. But that day isn't today. Catch you around.
Jamal as Midnight Frost.
What's that? You want to know my story? Okay. You ever been to Hamachi? No? Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's a beautiful place. Traditional way of life. Not too many people. Cold. Give it a week and you'd be bored out of your skull. Couldn't imagine staying there another year. So, I left. Yeah, on foot. Don't look at me like I'm a madman. I'm still alive, aren't I? Yeah, well, anyway. I made the trek to Valis. Place is a bit more like it. Bustling port city, so there's never a dull moment. Drunken sailors bloody everywhere. Perfect for nicking stuff, mind you. So I did. A lot. Managed to scrape enough together to afford my first piece. An ancient bit of crud. Practically an antique. But it did the job. Once got that first one, yeah, let's just say, the rest came quick. I could have stayed there. Quite happily. Pretty much forever. But, still wanted to see more of the world. So, set off again. Through the wilderness. Yeah, on foot. Again, don't give me that look. I ended up in Juris. I was not disappointed. Let me tell you, there's no shortage of work there. Took up a few bounties here and there, and the pay was good. Real good. Did a few good jobs. That's when I met Strider. He liked my work. He gave me an offer I'd be mad to turn down. So that's how I joined the Silver Bullet. I ain't had a reason to look back since.
Josh as Lucas the Fallen Angel.
Fuck. Come on, you can do this. Get rid of these fucking wings. This is fucking useless. can't I get rid of you? I don't want to look like this anymore. I don't want to look like an angel or a devil. I just want to be fucking normal. Fuck. Fucking idiot for making that deal with that fucking genie. It's not like I needed him for my magic anyway. I need to find some place to hide. I can't stay here. Who's there? Just stay out, okay? Leave me alone.
We pick up with the morning sun rising and Kellyanne rising. Kellyanne, the floor is yours.
What time is it? Just
What,
like
you
6
tell me.
o'clock? Okay. Is everybody up by 10? 9?
9.
Alright, I'm gonna gather everyone around. Come, children, gather around. Let me
Okay.
give you a
Is this invitation extended to Ada, Skelly, and Dane, or is it just the party?
Mainly Skelly and Dane. I don't think
Okay.
anyone cares.
Kelly,
Fuck Ada.
I'm gonna give you a fruit parfait that I made for you.
Oh,
Because it's
thank
Kellyanne's favorite dessert.
That's gonna make this decision nice and easy.
you. That is
When
so
did you make that?
How long have you been up, Esme?
Or is it like, this is what I made earlier?
I need you all to be quiet because Kellyanne helped me discover that I'm a fairy, so I don't need to sleep.
Speaking of which, I never really got to say this to you, but I'm sorry that our trip to Duvry didn't really go as planned.
Okay, you still inspire me with everything you do.
I'm honored to hear that. But, last night I did give my opinion, and honestly, I don't think my voice really matters. Say I vote for the Horosk. Majority still lies within, what, the Silver Bullet? If I voted for the Emperor, maybe that'll tip the scales a little. If I chose neither, again, would it make a difference on the vote? We're taking a 4-week break, right? I'm saying this in character. I think all of us have, you know, we contemplated leaving at some point. And I think I should take leave. I want to use these 4 weeks to really just go back to my roots.
I understand that.
Love you.
Yeah, that's respectable.
Be back soon.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, I feel like this is the most convenient time. What if I decided to take my 4 weeks when we're back on the job? That wouldn't make sense.
Be safe. Everyone needs a little sabbatical.
Skelly looks up. When do you plan on leaving, Kellyanne?
Probably tomorrow.
Okay. Something I need you to do before you go. I'll speak to you later.
Alright. I guess I'll just go on with describing what my 4 weeks are like.
Okay, no. In that case, as people dissipate and leave the room, Skelly will... Oh, go on.
As people leave, I wanna grab Kellyanne.
Okay, Skelly will wait outside.
Yeah, fuck off, Skelly.
Kelly hate.
Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do?
Well, I said I wanted to go back to my roots, and my roots are I'm an assassin. I always like to, you know, well, if you know me, I don't like to stay in one place for so long. So I feel like taking this trip will help me, I guess, clear my mind.
Whilst you said that, like, Lucas is like looking down, like at the ground, but like paying attention, but like not looking you in the eyes.
Right.
And he's gonna like look up to the side, and then look straight at you. Just be careful, okay?
Will do. And you too. You won't have me watching over you, making sure you guys don't get out of hand.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna leave that to you. I trust you. I don't trust dreams. he's probably going to be the cause of everything getting out of hand.
Well,
Come
don't
on
say
now, I
that
think
too
that's harsh.
Don't say that too loudly, because I don't think the rest of the group will think like that.
I mean, she's joking, but...
But she's not.
It's more of like a playful banter.
No, yeah. Okay, well, I can't stop you, so...
I guess I'll go to Skelly if...
Okay, she
Yeah.
she needs you in the office. And she
Alright.
takes out a black folder from a safe in the back of the office. Since the discussions that we had, Dane and I have decided to step down as executors of the Silver Bullet. What this means is that in the event of Strider's death, the Silver Bullet is left to somebody else. And there were 2 names chosen. We will speak to Dreams in time, but if you are willing, we would appreciate you signing for a 50% share. We don't want to lead this group should Strider fall.
I'm gonna die?
Maybe. Who knows? It's just an event of ownership. This doesn't mean that you have to come running back from wherever you are if Strider vanishes off the face of the earth. It merely means that 50% of the proceeds will go to you, and in the event that you are not present, they will be delivered at the archway.
I want you to talk to Dreams first.
Very well. I'll do so.
I mean, I don't need the proceeds.
Let's just say that with proceeds come responsibility.
I run 23 Casino.
And therefore you know. But
Do 23 casinos not sound like a responsibility enough as it is?
Keldian, it strikes me that you don't always go back.
You?
23 casinos. When was the last time you visited number 3?
200 years ago?
Do you see my point?
No, because... Take the Siren's Call, for example. That casino has a special place in my heart. This place, just like the Siren's Call, has a special place.
I'm just saying, as per Strider's instructions, when we decided to step down, you were the 2 people that he chose. So, the document's here, if you would, before you leave, but I'll speak to Dreams first, as you requested.
But another thing. I don't want to take this because I don't think I would be a good leader. Well, I am a good leader, I just don't think they'll approve of my choices as a leader.
It doesn't necessarily mean you have to lead. Only that you have to make the decisions for the Silver Bullet.
Yeah, exactly.
As we chose Strider as the leader, you could choose someone else.
Alright.
And at that point, Skelly will head up to Dreams. Dreams, you'll be in your room?
Yes, sir.
Okay. She knocks gently on the door.
I know that knock. Come on in.
Hey,
What's up?
Dane and I have decided to step down as executors of the Silver Bullet. We have our reasons. Well, partly because we want to become a little more active.
Oh, you missed the thrill of the kill?
No. But I don't like sitting here waiting for you guys to come back, hoping that you'll make it. Partly because there will come a time we'll want to step out. We have a responsibility now. And partly because it's time for a new crew in town. However, this does mean that in the event of Strider's death, there are others that their responsibilities would fall to. We asked Strider and he chose yourself and Keldian as 50-50 executors.
Ah, sniper lady.
Yes, otherwise known as you and the sensible one.
Hey, I'm sensible. I just tend to be a little aloof.
Sure.
What?
Dane wanted to have you as the sole inheritor. I'm afraid I talked him out of it.
Yeah, I think that's for the best. I have a calm head, but I prefer to, how do I say? I don't know. I feel like this should be like a group thing, you know? Strider likes to lead with Iron Fist, and that's just his thing.
I don't see
Killian
you
is
leading
more
from
like-
the front.
No, not at all. I don't really do that. I prefer to keep everyone together, and then you work through it together. That's what I like, you know? It could just be because I didn't really have a family, so. Oh, here I am, go second another than myself. That's
Well,
not good.
I think it's a good blend. I just need a signature. Say that you accept the responsibility.
Sure.
She hands you a black clipboard with a document on it.
Okay. I'll go ahead and sign. So, is coming any perks?
No, not really.
Fuck.
Only detriments.
Okay.
Although, at least you won't be in the same position we were. For years, we stood to inherit debt. You're actually inheriting a business insolvency.
Thank you, Scully. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm not sure I like the route it had to take, but you guys did make some money.
I'll hand the clipboard back, and wherever you and Dan go, I hope you guys are happy.
Oh, we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Though, in these 4 weeks off, we are going somewhere next week.
We are?
But it's a surprise for Strider.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he needs a little surprise. Who knows? He's had it pretty rough these past few days.
Yeah, he has. Well, thank you, Dreams.
Thank you.
And with that, she will go back to the office and simply leave a note saying, Dreams is signed. And address it to Kellyanne, fold the paper up, put it inside, and slide it under Kellyanne's door. At this point, we will begin our 4-week trip. But not with Kellyanne. But with Strider. Strider, over the next 4 weeks, what would you be doing?
Well, if Dane and Skelly came to me and told me that they had something they wanted to do with me, then I would stay. But if not, then I would most likely leave for at least like a week or something and then come back and just visit like Amber's parents and talk to them about it, and then just spend a little time just like away from the bullet and away from damnation and all that for a little while, just to get a fresh feel for it. And then come back after a little while, and then just be trying his best to learn how to be just like a better leader on the whole, and just better himself.
Okay. So when you come back after the first week, you notice that Skelly and Dane have begun conducting some business. Without your permission, without even asking. They've got Ada in on it, and a couple of other people. One of them is a member of the Claws. And one of them is that mercenary, Vec. They've taken a few small jobs, mostly escort jobs. Escort this person here, take this to there, that sort of thing. But last week they got involved in something a little more corporate. Do you remember in a raffle you won a computer? Well, Skelly was in.
Yeah.
Indeed. Skelly was interested, and she took a trip to Anakesia. She had Ada impersonate the managers of one of these companies, and she returned with 186 of them, which she has been selling. But she's also set up the office with a few. And in your second week, Skelly and Dane bring you into the office. And they show you one of these computers and how it works. And as you turn it on, it rolls a small film of your wedding. You don't have to have it come on every time you switch it on, but thought this remind you of the things that matter, boss. And we may have left Ada and Anakisha for a while. It's just, well, she's playing the part of the computer company boss that's sending the computers out this way, and, well, yeah. She should be back in
really
3 weeks.
business. I don't really want to deal with business for a while. So.
No, that's fine. She should be back when you guys said your break was over. But, yeah. Let's hope. And also, these computers are pretty nifty. They've got loads of things. Look at this. And she shows you that there's cameras in and around the Silver Bullet. And you can access them from the computer screen. But I'm going to go backwards, because I've completely forgotten something. So, on the first day, before you guys all buggered off and before they buggered off, there will be a meeting where Scully, Dane, and Ada will all bring you all into the office and explain that they've had the Mystics help hide the building of the Silver Bullet. But
We know that part.
yeah, it's only a matter of time before people we've left behind find us. I leave it to you all to decide if you want to relocate.
Yes. Let's go to the Kinshiro Republic.
The price of property in the Kinshiro Republic is incredibly expensive.
That's okay.
I've always wanted to visit there.
Yeah.
I don't have the money to go there.
Are you aware of the laws on fallen angels in the Kinshiro Republic?
No.
Are they racist?
I don't really care much about laws, Kelly.
Well, if Lucas is found to be walking out in the city, he will be cut into pieces.
Ooh.
So they are
No,
racist.
no, we're not moving there.
Just a point of reference.
Oh, I'm gonna
I'd
give
like Lucas to stay alive for a little while longer.
I'm gonna give Strider a breakfast sandwich with bacon and eggs. Here you go, boss. You need it.
Thank you guys, man.
Alright, I know it's your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
There is one place they'll never expect us to go.
Yeah.
Nexon.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
I'm assuming you don't want to move your business underground and
I'm
cut
just
off
saying,
half your
they would
customers.
Never think us to go closer to
No,
them.
of course, but Nexon is also closer. However, it is above ground. We could operate above board.
I kinda need to be in a city, guys, for what I'm gonna do next.
Nexon's a big city.
With lots of, like, middle-aged women.
What?
Yeah, I'm starting a
I don't
business.
want to know. I trust you.
I'm starting a business.
What business are you thinking of starting?
Candle making.
Ah.
Why do you need... Oh. Okay.
You should also do bath bombs.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull out a little ink with a quill. Good idea. I mean,
Actually,
While you're at it,
Esme, I could probably help you with that.
yes, please.
You know,
while
'cause,
you're at it then, if you're going to be doing something that clever, why not go into perfumes as well? I think you'd be good at that as well, Dreams, right? You could cook up some fragrances.
Exactly.
Taking notes.
Well, if you want middle-aged women, could go to Abraxas.
Yeah, let's go there.
It's
Which
still
one's
in.
cheaper? Let's talk about
Abraxas is a little less cheap, but it's still pretty cheap. It's in Kandros, where nobody wants to be. It's got easy access to Gehenna and to travel.
Still fairly close to Juras, though, right?
Very much so, but at least it's a relocation. We can hide there as well, and we can have the building hidden. The Mystics have promised us that.
Where are our other options for going to then?
Malfi,
we've had
Anakisha,
Malfi.
Zai. You could go to
I
Thuarble.
don't really know much else about any of the other
Really
cities,
setting up
to be
camp in
honest,
Valis?
Sure. It's a place. There's business there. Not much of an underworld scene, but certainly safe.
Well, might be for most people. Not sure if it would be for me, but for the rest of you guys, sure, it might well be.
Don't worry, kitty cat. We'll protect
Might be
you.
a few people that recognise me in Valis, you know what I mean?
But if you want to stay near the underworld, it's Kandros, Volskan, or Anakisha.
Yeah.
For some of you, the
Where's
underworld
everyone
is the best place of business. What about you, Lucas?
About me, what?
Where would you want to relocate to? Or do you want to relocate?
That's where I need to remember where the map is.
Hints.
But do you want to relocate at all?
I mean, if we're if we're, you know, being chased down by the Horus and all of Strider's old roommates, then maybe. Let's see. Should I just pick somewhere random?
Well, you know that in Korkros you'll be eaten, and in the Kinishare Republic you'll be chopped into pieces. In Ungawala they will simply drown you. So those three are probably not great. Anakisha's not great either. They'll cut your wings off.
I was in Duvry when I was in the beach, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we go to the beach?
It's in Nethelia.
What are you talking about?
He was in Nethelia, which is in Duvry, on the beach.
Doesn't look like a very sandy beach. What about Siren?
Duvry.
About where?
That looks like a nice little foresty
Silence
area.
closed. There's no cities there, and there's no travel there.
I fly, so sounds like
We
a
don't.
problem.
Actually,
I could carry you one by one.
Not to mention, if you're not an elf, you're shot.
And also, to be fair, you probably don't know about the existence of Silent, right?
No, people know it exists, they just don't know where it is.
Ah, okay.
I
Right.
feel like what you're
Dark.
trying to tell us is that we don't have a lot of options.
No, you have Malfi, Anakisha, Duvry, Zai, Thuabu, Fulskin, and Kandros. Yes. The Thuabu's not much better, it's pretty cold too.
Okay, wait, what was...
But bear in mind, if you want to be near the underworld, you need to go to Kandros, Fulskin, or Anakisha.
Well, let's
But we want to stay near the underworld because that's where we get all of our gear from.
what about that little whirlpool over there?
Nauticala? It's underwater. Can you breathe underwater, Lucas?
Yeah.
Well, give me enough money and I might be able to.
You also
Okay,
can't
what
speak
about-
Triton.
What about the island above that?
Oh yeah, Frost, how do you feel about going to Veraldu? Desert land, middle of nowhere, nothing there. A little tiny tent city, no underworld, no business.
Yeah, but lots of
Lots of
What's
golden
taxes?
tabaxis.
Can we go to Kandros and stay near Juris? Because we might want to come back and visit our friends. I know you guys don't have a lot, but I do have quite a few people that I would miss.
I would just prefer a city. You know, Esme wants to start a kind of make a business. I would prefer the beach. I think she would prefer the beach as well.
Duvry or Kandros.
Dakros?
I would love to go to the beach. I just want to stay in the underworld, if I'm being honest.
There's a beach in
That's
Dakros.
where all of our business comes from.
That cross, let me see.
It's northeast Nexon.
So-
As Lucas, I don't like.
His
I
candles.
was just kidding, but in character, he doesn't particularly give a shit where we go.
He's okay with leaving the church?
Oh man!
I mean,
Can anyone carry a piano and then pretend that they don't know anything about it?
how about this?
I probably
actually-
could.
Sorry,
actually,
Dreams,
I think
go
I
on.
have- I think I have enlarged reduce for your piano situation. Like I can actually help you out with that, Lucas.
Oh no, I'm not seriously telling you about the piano.
Oh, okay. But who's to say that we all have to go together?
I think it's just more moving the business there and having it be
Is
our
where
new
the
agency.
bicycles break up? Are you Ginger?
Ginger. I hate Ginger.
We could split. I mean, that's what you want.
I'm just saying because everyone seems to be at their own kind of odds here, and I'm sure everyone will come back. We're not going to get into any trouble, right? I mean, I may
It's
get
more
into
just
trouble.
we want to move the location of the bullet. That's what it is.
Well-
Because currently we are located pretty close to the Horseman's forces.
Ada turns to you all. I have a thought. I don't know how it would work financially, but the reason why changelings are so hard to find is because they're everyone. What about being everywhere? What about opening in every country? Doesn't have to be a big building. But
So,
if
hang
the
on,
Silver Bullets are in Dakros and Abraxas and Nexon and Juras and Kazella and Alinth and Korkros and Eslik and how would they ever find us? There's too many places to look.
How much?
We
like
could be in
that
any
idea.
place at any time and still have somewhere where we could stage our base of
Ivan.
operations, right?
How much
That's
would
right.
that cost?
No more than one really good base in Anakisha. I mean, as I said, they don't have to be big buildings. They have to be fronts, right? I can
That's a
pay
good
somebody 500 gold to stick a silver bullet sign on the front of their hot dog stand. Do you know what I mean? And then, if you want to expand to those areas later on, we expand that place.
Yeah, except that if the Horus and his cronies try to go after us, we're now putting innocent people in danger because they're going to be going to.
Well,
these
we'll use
places.
abandoned buildings then.
I mean, if the Horus Greedy wants to find us, they're gonna find us anywhere, so I'd rather be found in a nice beach than in the middle of a rat-filled street.
Esme has a point. The horse can really find us anywhere. If he has enough people, he probably could scour the entire...
Only if you're important enough.
So, my thought on this, if I may. If we're looking for business, then we always know Nexon in general, just Kandros in general, anywhere in Kandros actually, is going to be rich with it. If we're looking for places, the other options that I can see, other places, Sartesia was mentioned. And Valis is fine. But I would say, at least in my eyes, Kandros would probably be the best way to be if we were going to relocate.
Well,
Go on, James.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Esme.
Oh,
Esme,
why is
go.
me?
Would everyone be comfortable if we did a majority vote? And it's okay, you can say no if you just rather try and like convince people.
The only problem with that I can see of a majority vote is when we're doing majority votes and we've got this many options, it's not really going to be that simple. We should probably just shortlist some places and start saying which places we would agree or disagree with, I feel.
Okay, how about
That's
this?
Probably.
Go on, James.
How about this? A few of us seem to want to go to different places. We don't have to go to all places at once, right?
True.
So how about, Esme and I, and whoever else wants to go, we set up a shop in Duvry, we set up a silver bullet, we be like dignitaries, head to Duvry, set up a place there, and everyone else will sell candles, and someone else can set up another place in another section. We don't have to go all places at once, but we slowly expand outwards. That's kind of what I did in Anarchisha when I started building my business from the first one. Just a slow expansion.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it turns to all, and I can set up a couple of places, at least fronts. I can even be you guys, briefly, just so that you're seen there, far away from where you actually are.
Okay, if you're gonna be us, I need you to make me do your best to me. Right now, please, interview, immediately.
Let's put
She
that
makes a
to the side.
gesture, and she looks exactly like you. I just need to be seen.
I'm gonna walk around her.
Ada, I think you're missing something, and I'll give her some drugs. There you go.
There we go.
Hey.
Thank you, baby. You know me. All right.
Well, I'll get running.
So, here's a thought. Where is it that Kellyanne's got her casino set up? Because there's a lot, right?
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere, like
almost every city you can find. I don't think she's been to Ungawala or Corcross, but pretty much everywhere else.
Yeah, fair.
She's not a fan of orcs and Yuan-Ti.
That's very understandable, to be fair.
They're also not really the same sort of places for making business, so yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I was just thinking, places where Kellyanne already has business would probably make it slightly easy for us to get established as well.
Narrow
people
it
in
down
the area.
because she has
but it's
everywhere.
So I didn't realise that you had.
Yeah, I mean, there are some places
so
she
many
doesn't.
places.
She's not in Nordicala, she's not in Baraldu, she's not in Corcross, she's not in Netcha, but all the main cities, Kazella, Allens, Juras, Abraxas, Taxlington, Sartesia, that sort of place, they're all there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
it really doesn't narrow it down.
so
That's
for
why
now,
we're
you
down.
guys can head off to different places, and one of the things you'll be doing in your 4 weeks will be establishing small outposts. So, with that concluded, I'm afraid, we will flick back to Strider 2 weeks in advance, as I may have forgotten that meeting in first place. And what else are you doing with your time, Strider, after you've seen that Scully and Dane have put this together and got their computer screens going?
I think I would have gone to... What's the city with Gehenna in it?
Well, all the cities in Kandros.
what's the main one?
Nexon's the main one. Nexon's capital.
I'd go to Nexon for a little while and establish an outpost, but like not just like a front, sort of make it like as with a limited amount of time sort of thing, as legit as I could make it, just to try to put on the best front.
Money buys everything. You buy a brilliant looking office. It's not Main Street, but it's not High Street, but it's close. It's not quite in the noble quarter because you wouldn't want to be there, but it's adaptable. Well, got some renovations to make here as well, boss, if you don't mind. Just a few things to keep us safe. Firstly, well, that'll be arriving just about now, and she points out the window where you see sort of a strange, ethereal, almost like hoverboard, I guess, being pulled by a few men. And on it is a large, large pane of glass, which is then going to be cut and placed into the building. This is new. It's from Taxlington. It's bulletproof glass.
Did we not have that yet?
It's only just been introduced.
The frost, I would have figured that we would have gotten.
Well, I was thinking of putting some on the ceiling, but you know.
Can't do that. Bulletproof ceiling?
Well,
That been invented yet?
but stop him shooting holes in
Trademark
them.
the idea.
Well, regardless, at least the front of the shop should have a proper window.
I agree.
Besides, this is coming out the money that Ada's been producing for us. We may also have some tax fraud going on. Hope that's okay.
I wouldn't have it anyway.
Good. Okay, you've got a couple of weeks left. What's this Strider doing? Is he shopping? Is he buying anything for himself?
Yeah, I have a shit ton of implants that I got.
Okay. Smack it up.
I wouldn't have gotten this like all at once. It would have been over time, just because I am at like level 5 addiction for it. So I would be trying to space
Keep it
this out
up.
as much as I could.
You're keeping it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got mechanical body, mental shield, resistant body 1 and 2, resistant mind, skill practicer, and I think that was all.
That's quite a lot.
Pretty sure I got all the upgrades previously in other episodes.
And I shall assume that you've spent 5,000 on boosts just to keep that addiction up. Just temporary daytime boosts. Just to keep your addiction at level 5. And so,
I don't have 5,000 right now.
you'll find it, don't worry. Is there anything else that Strider would be doing over his 4 weeks?
Other than like what I said, I'd just be. I probably wouldn't know anybody, but like any old like Gaoshai leaders that got out, sort of thing, like talking with them and just like trying to just become.
There are a couple.
Better, like a better leader and just a better person to start learning and to hopefully avoid what happened, like a relapse of what happened, and just
So a lot of time in introspective focus and talking to others.
Indeed.
Good. So I come to Dreams. Dreams, what have you been doing over the last 4 weeks?
Before, in preparation to move and do this expansion, I will go ahead and go get a shitload of implants, actually.
Sorry, you load up on a shitload of?
Implants.
Yeah.
Black magic implants. The simple fact is, after the last time we had the conversation and what I said to Strider about wanting to possibly, make the world a better place, but mostly not really a better place. He's not so humanitarian like that. He really wants to just make it a place that he can run kind of wild in.
So a less shitty place.
Yeah, pretty much. The Horus is a terrible person. The Emperor, by his eyes, does nothing. So what I'm getting is Aqualung, Solid Steps, Undetectable, Telepathic Mind, Resistant Mind 1 and 2, and that's it.
Cool. Are you going to stack those early in the week so that your addiction fades to 0 by the end of the week? By the end of the 4 weeks? Okay, cool. And after you've stacked up on your implants, where art thou progressing to?
Until Esme's ready to go, I think I will work on trying to figure this Bastus thing out a little bit.
Okay. Now, when it comes to Bastus, you take the strange mushrooms of the Fezris. The first few tries are going to show up red, no matter what. You do then come up with a strange sort of powder. It looks like it might go in a drink, you think? At this point, you're visited by Bartholomew. And, says, oh, how are you getting along? How are you doing?
I kind of made this, and I'll show the powder a little bit. I just rub it on my hands.
A solvent?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Well, I've got something. What do you think it's going to do?
I'm not sure, but since I'm working on, I don't really want to just up
He hasn't got a
and
clue. A Jylok would know, but Bartholomew is not a junkie. So he just assumes that it's drugs, and he goes, well, I have a friend, and she does something strictly illegal, but she's good at it. She stays in secret. I'm thinking she might be able to provide a candidate for testing.
Oh, really? Wait, are they willing?
No, but I don't think you'll be bothered by that. She's a summoner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, hook it up.
Okay, let's go. And he'll take you to another place in Juris, which is a nice nobleman-looking house, but leads you straight down to the cellar where he knocks upon the door. As you enter in, you see a pentagram drawn carefully on the floor. And at each corner of the pentagram is a brazier and gold lit with purple flames. A woman greets you. She's a fairy, and she's old.
Ooh.
Really old. She looks at you. You must be Bartholomew's apprentice of sorts.
Yeah, something like that.
What's your name?
Dreams.
You can call me Marla.
Marla. Hello, Marla.
I understand you might want to test some substances.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on trying this myself, and I just don't know exactly what'll come of it.
And you don't want to endanger any innocent lives. So,
This is also true.
how about the least innocent of them all? She gestures, quite simply, and an imp steps forth. This here is Razak. He's been responsible for a lot of deaths.
Oh, perfect.
He will do as you ask.
Hey, Razek. Nice to meet you. I'm Dreams. Hello. Okay. All right.
That's all you're
Either
getting
way.
out of him.
All right. I'm just say, hey. I'm gonna grab his nose and down the hatch. Just down the
Okay.
hatch.
Mixed with water, I assume?
Yeah, mixed with some water.
Okay, the first thing he does is sneeze.
Okay.
And then he puts his hands in his eyeballs and he fires 2 fireballs. Well, that didn't go according to plan.
Not at all.
Marla's laughing. I love a first try. May I? And she gestures out for some of the powder.
Here you go. I'll pass over the little baggie.
She takes a tiny little finger of it and she puts it under her nose.
Whoa. I'll duck.
No, she's just smelling it. She's not going to sniff it.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Have you been working with the drow?
No.
I'll take your word for it. But what you have here is a component of Bastus. Or at least it was.
What is it now? What are you getting?
It's definitely of the Fezris. It's drow magic.
Okay.
I have something you might mix it in that would be a little calming.
That could be good.
She pulls off a glass bottle on the wall with blood red liquid inside it and hands it to you.
I'll hold it up to the light. What, pray tell, is this?
It's blood.
Oh!
Angel's
Charming.
blood.
Oh. I'll uncork it. Do I get anything from it at all?
super strong. It's an antidote to most poisons.
Ooh. Boop.
There are lesser versions of this, but this is more a sort of blanket scenario, and then we can work out which specific poison it is and work our way down from there. But Bartholomew here is a master of antidotes, but it's worth at least starting with a blanket antidote.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, perhaps a slightly stronger candidate.
Yeah.
So she summons the Casme. These are flying bugs, but they are humanoid enough in structure that you can test. She suggests you half your dose of powder.
Okay. I would have like a travel size kit, I think, I assume, and then or do they have facilities there?
Yeah, very much so. Every facility you can imagine.
Okay, then
she's been working out of this lab for a couple of thousand years.
Okay, then I'll have the dosage and then mix it up, shake it. All right.
Don't enter the circle this time. She gestures with a mage hand and takes the bottle from you. She looks the Casme in the eye and you will drink. And the Casme takes the bottle and pours it down its throat. You see muscles begin to bulge. You see crackling magic between its hands. Like an enhancement of every ability this Casme has, it flies to and fro around the triangle so fast you can barely keep eyes on it. You can see its eyes are swirling. It's alive.
Oh.
She turns to you. I can barely hold the bonds right now. What you've done has empowered that beast. Like Bastus does, but it still seems to have its inhibitions. It's not tried to do anything stupid. Yet.
Ooh. Yet.
Let's test it. And she walks into the circle.
Marla,
The Casme immediately begins to attack her. But with a negligent gesture of her hand, she raises a shield. And with another one, she fires a black bolt into its chest. And a second one, a third one, and then an acid arrow. And then a firebolt. And then she starts to hesitate and throws a lightning bolt, and a disintegrate, and a finger of death. And then she steps out the circle, realizing this Casme is still fucking fine. Well, whatever you've done, you better call it invincibility.
Nice. So I'm gonna write down those calculations, the ingredients and the measurements and amount, and put it. I'm gonna have like Marla, do you have a little black book around here?
There's parchment and books on the wall over there. Empty ones, blank ones. Help yourself. And I think we'll transfer our little friend here. And you see a sarcophagus on the wall open. Metal sarcophagus with a window in the front. She, with a gesture, she slams the Casme in, and then slams the door behind it. These are minor summoning portals, miniature summoning portals. Gives it less far to go, we can keep an eye on it.
Nice. Well, this has been enlightening.
What's also enlightening is that you're playing with Bastus, but you've never met the drow that make it, have you?
I have not. Let's just say I got a little bit trippy, and let's just say I had an epiphany, and well.
I don't suggest ever going near them, but this stuff is produced in sweatshops by children. And they get it on their hands and fingers. And inevitably they take it. Some of them kill themselves, some of them create trouble and are killed, and the rest of them just keep working. Children of other races, the drow, enslave, run sweatshops. If you can find something better to do with this Fezres mushrooms, you could be cutting out one of the most toxic and vile businesses around.
Okay.
What you've done there is a start, but it requires too much. You'd be charging a couple of million. Which is great if people can afford it, and absolutely useless if they can't. But in smaller doses, Bartholomew here is going to do some research. If you don't mind spraying a little bit of powder, we're going to work on which antidotes work and which don't, and we'll narrow it down.
Two questions.
1.
Do you know how I can get in touch with the drow at all?
Yes.
How?
The endless stair. At the back of Gehenna. There's a stairway that leads up. Or so they'd have you think. There are approximately 7,000 stairs, the top of which stands a statue of a Medusa. Rumors say one of the captains of the guard in Nexon once fought the Medusa off to stop a bomb going off in Gehenna.
I think I heard about that.
At the top of the endless stair is the descent. That'll take you to the Underdark. I know of 2 other entrances to the Underdark,
And the
though
other 2 are?
they are less accessible. The great mountain of Thuabu has a citadel underneath it that leads down. It is well protected by bugbears and goblins.
Huh.
And lastly, there's rumors that there's an entrance to the Underdark in Anakesia. There seems to be everything in Anakesia.
Tell me about it.
It'll be more protected than the first. Gehenna's your best bet, but you get in bed with those people, it's not like the Horus, you never get out.
No, I don't want to get in bed with them.
And you won't ever leave the Underdark. They make the Horus look like a nice guy. They're run by a god. They call
Who is it
him
nowadays?
They call him the Morgoth.
Morgoth.
The original sin.
Oh.
He created the Horus.
Yeah. Shit.
Going down there is a one-way trip. Well, for most people. Let's just say that I was down there a long time.
Well, mazel tov to you.
It wasn't an easy 840 years. But they forgot about me one day. Left me alone for 20 minutes. I made my escape. With 6 drow that wanted to get out.
6 drow? Are they still alive?
3 of them are. They're hunted to this day.
So talking to them won't be easy.
I speak to them regularly. If you want to speak to them, that's fine, but they know little about the product of Bastus. It's been 700 years since we escaped. Bastus has only been around for a couple of hundred.
I was more interested in infrastructure, but never mind. It probably changed since you've been there.
Little changes in the world of the drow. That we can all tell you about. But my friends and I, we're part of a coven.
Oh.
You see, the drow regularly summon devils and demons to do their bidding. This is a way to watch back. And to watch our backs, so to speak. So that's why we break the laws of the cities and summon carefully in hiding.
You think I could learn some of that?
You have magic about you?
I have some skills, and I'll produce, I'll shoot an Eldritch Blast and a Chromatic Orb.
Minor cantrips, but with the right arts. Yeah. You can, but you know how summoning works. A lot of the time, you call for one monster and a different one comes forth. Every day we run the risk of summoning a Balor or the Prince of Demons into our basement.
So, are there no fail-safes here?
Yeah, a proper summoning ring. Described by somebody in the art. If you were to practice here, you would be safe.
I think I will. Once I'm about to be on vacation. I'm about to go on a nice little vacation with my my daughter. So
Where are you going?
we're going to Duvray.
Ah.
Nice beach, sand, drugs,
Home.
candles. Speaking of which, do you have any information on making some really nice candles? I wonder if you wouldn't mind helping me trying to infuse some of my drugs into these candles.
I'm no alchemist. But I can teach you a trick.
Ooh. I always like tricks.
And with that, she goes to a cupboard and she takes out some silks. She tears it into a small strand and, using what appears to be the mending cantrip, she rewinds it into thread. She binds the 3 of them into a wick. And as she lights it, it burns in multiple colours.
That's nice. That'll definitely grab.
Just an
customer
aesthetic, but... Well, you're welcome to the silks. I'm sure you can work them out yourself.
Thank
Certain coloured flames are required for summoning portals. I guess our arts cross over in some ways. How do you go from summoning demons and cooking drugs to making candles?
Hey, listen, I'm a multi-talented person. I don't mind dabbling in all types of things. I'll get back to you on the summoning, because I had some ideas that may... I don't know. You can tell me if it doesn't work or not, but... You said the summoning circle is what keeps them in control. What if I were to inscribe the summoning circle on my body?
It may prevent harm from you, but it won't prevent them from running rampage. However, you said you were going to Douvry.
Yes.
There is something you could do for me for a small fee. Say...
You've done so much for me.
2,000 plat?
Ooh. That is music to my ears. What would you like, Miss Marlowe?
I need something delivered.
Okay.
And she gestures over the wall, where you see a skull of obsidian, with rubies for eyes. Pretty it might be, but it is also a tool and a dangerous one. I will give you a box to carry it in, but if you take it out, outside of this room, before it's delivered, don't expect to come back.
I'll be dead, I'm assuming.
It contains the soul of Ebenso. He was a lich who died over 1,000 years ago.
Why do you have that?
I bought it
Oh.
from the Horosk.
Oh! Okay. That's...
And it cost me a couple of 100 years savings, so don't for the love of God drop it. But
no,
it is for my friend. The Drow, one of them.
Oh. Okay. Oh, well, hey. You've done so much for me, no questions asked. I'll deliver it.
His name is
Who am I delivering
Beniego.
to?
His name is Beniego. And he has residence in Baldinia. Though
Beniego.
access...
Bellax?
No, Beniego, not Bonego. Beniego has residence in Baldinia, but unless you have a fairy with you, you won't be able to access Baldinia. So you can leave it as... You can get in. Very well.
Have you know, my... Never mind.
28 Mithros Street.
28 Mithril Street?
Mithros
Mithros,
Street.
Mithros.
Diego, Miego, Bonego. You pick. It's Beniego.
Got it. Beniego.
My fucking chat. So, you can make your delivery, and I'm assuming after that you will mostly want to wait for Esme.
Pretty much, I'm all done.
Well, speak of the devil. Esme. What are you doing with your time?
You know I'm going to do shopping, so I don't need to say that. I'm going to call Jessica.
Okay. Hey, girl. What do you need?
Hi, girly. How are you?
Actually, for stream, can we just quickly recount the shopping list? We have a Resistant Mind 1 and 2, a Skill Expert, a Shirt of Charismatic Charm, Gauntlets of Ogre Power, and Stokers in Constitution and Intelligence. Is that correct?
Just a reminder, those gauntlets are actually dexterity gauntlets.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, 'cause I couldn't find them in the list.
Yes, Gauntlets of Elvish Dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So after shopping, hey girl, what do you need?
Hi, girly. So this is gonna sound like crazy. I know. I need to kill my mom.
Count me out.
Jasper, please.
Well, firstly, your mother is my employer. Secondly,
I know.
she is the source of all of our females' power down here. And thirdly, she's fucking deadly. I have no interest in getting involved in that.
Okay, hear me out. First, I have to become your employer.
Tempting, but no.
Yeah. Okay, just putting it on the table. Second, I could source you more girls ethically.
Ethically? That sounds like a terrible financial deal.
No. Jastra, come on, sis. We're both women. We need to
Since
stand
when
up
did
for
I
each
ever
other.
give a fuck?
We need to stand up for each other, Jastra. As women in a world run by a fat tiefling and an ominous heavenly force, we need to get together, Jastra.
I'm not kidding, pal. You must be mad. Mental. Off your head, girl.
Fine.
Go get yourself
But
some tea and put that idea
Just
out of your
gonna
mind. I'd like to see you around next year.
I am gonna do it.
I wish you all the luck in the world and none of it whatsoever. You better have business for me if you succeed. And
Well,
don't
just
die.
letting you know, babe. I won't. Okay. Gonna hang up. That was useless. Thanks a lot. Jastra. Anyways. As part of my pact feature, I can cast a divination spell per day at the beginning of the day. I'm going to thoughtfully plan out how to infiltrate Pearl's little whorehouse and kill her. I'm gonna plan it, and then I'm gonna cast augury to see if that plan will succeed.
What sort of plan does this look like?
So I will sneak in. I will cast suggest.
That's enough information. Yeah, no, it already tells you that is a dire idea. Sneaking
Cool, I
in
knew
and
that
Pearl's place, not a fucking chance.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen, but this is gonna be another of Esme's rituals every day.
Okay,
Careful.
let's assume that on the second day you do the same, but think of Frost sneaking in.
So like, Esme just going to like every single day of this campaign devise a different plan
Yeah.
to kill Pearl
Okay.
until it succeeds.
Okay. You realize that Frost might be able to get in, but you don't know what he'll be able to do in there.
Okay.
But you do realize that getting in, I mean, that's the smallest part of the job, right? And even for Frost, it's going to be a huge risk.
Okay.
That's as much as I can give you for augurying.
That's okay. I'm just gonna carry on. I'm gonna feed the puppies.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna contact my patron.
Yeah.
Hi, Scavis.
Yeah, says me.
So I need to kill my mom.
Have enough people not told you it's a foolish idea?
Yeah, it's like, I think by now you can clearly tell that I'm either gonna do it or die trying. So...
Trust me to be
bestie, if I
resident
can
to
call you
die
that.
trying. Alright.
Bestie, if I may, if you allow me, good sir. I've been studying some tarot. I've been doing my readings every day.
Good.
You see.
Good.
And nothing's really teaching me how to kill her. So I'm kind of struggling with that.
Have you considered that there might be a large power differential between yourself and Pearl?
Indeed. I am, however, an overachiever, as you know.
Well, maybe you'll die after 5 minutes. That'd be overachieving.
Okay, if we can push that to a 10, I could probably survive long enough to kill her.
Well, points for effort, kiddo.
Okay. Scavis, I've contacted you a few times, and...
Why don't you start by trying to hire someone?
No. I have another question. Don't worry, I'm gonna put the whole mum thing in a cupboard, which is what
An excellent place. Try and lose the cupboard. What can I do for you?
So, you still haven't told me what you need from me? And
I need you to find the Shinsei.
curious.
Find out where he is. That's all.
Could you give me a hint?
If I had a hint, I wouldn't need you to find him.
Okay, can you give me like some mind locating powers so I can like start putting pieces together? Because
All of the powers of location that I have are not enough to find him. I need you to ask questions.
to who? Who's like
Anyone, everyone. You might start with priests, mystics, any other random mages you find, any elves you can find. Sea elves, especially Cortarian, might be a good shout. perhaps some people that work with the Emperor, maybe some that work for the Horus. You know, anybody who seems vaguely important. Someone's got to know.
What's his name again?
The Shinsei.
The Shinsei. Okay, BRB. And I'm gonna put him on hold on my head. And I'm gonna call. Yeah, and I'm gonna call Jastra. Hey, girly. Sorry for like double dialing you.
All right, welcome back. What can I do for you?
Do you know where someone called the Shinsei is?
The Shinsei, as in like the legendary divinity guy.
Yeah, I know.
Probably sitting on a cloud somewhere. I haven't got a clue.
Okay.
Why would I know?
Okay, that's a good lead though. That's a good lead.
Girl, you rang me to ask how to kill your mum, and now you're ringing me asking where God is? Are you having a bad day?
Jastra, people have multitudes. I don't just have one goal, okay?
Yeah, but none of yours seem even vaguely achievable.
I know.
You want to kill one of the most powerful women in the entire world and find a god on a Tuesday? I mean, for goodness sake. Like...
Wait, she's the most powerful woman in the world, and she's...
Probably one of them? Yeah. There's no one who's not connected to Pearl, and there's no one Pearl's not connected to. She's in bed with a drow. You're nuts.
I'm not gonna call you again, but I just want to say something.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like our relationship right now is a bit one-sided. I keep asking you things, and I keep asking you to do things.
Try asking me for things that are achievable. You want to know where the nearest diamond necklace is? You want to know where the nearest cool, random, exciting instrument is? Let me know.
Hey, you're at a 10 right now? You're at a 10? Let's add it to 6. Let me finish my sentence. What I was trying to say is I keep asking you for things, and you never ask me for anything. I kind of feel like I'm not giving anything back to you. What do you need?
What do I need?
Yeah. Want some candles?
We've run out of jasmine tea.
I'm gonna get that to you. Right? Do you still live at home?
One of many.
Tell me where you are, and I'm gonna bring you some jasmine tea.
Well, right now, not the best place to part a delivery to. I'm in the palace at the Horus. But
That's so cheeky, babe.
maybe I've got a place in Anakesia, or a place in Duvry, or a place in Juras. What's best for you?
Duvry.
Duvry, okay. Yeah, I've got I've got a couple of places in Duvry actually. I've got one in Ophelia and one in Siena. Place in Siena's down on Rose Street. It's a brothel. And well, Ophelia, it's the Bank of Duvry, Vault 607.
Okay, I'm gonna have some tea for you. Thank you for always being so helpful to me and always looking out for me. Love you, Jastra.
Thanks, kid.
And I'm gonna dial back. Hi, Scavis.
Yes. You found God, did you?
I did not. However, I've got a lead that he might be up in a cloud somewhere.
Like Cortarian?
What is that?
Cortarian, the land of the Sea Elves. They raised it 2,000 meters above the sea 20,000 meters above the sea about 150 years ago when Silum retreated.
Okay, Cortirion.
It's the capital of Chaos and Unicus.
I will go there to check for you because, you know what? You might be hard to deal with, but I love you, Scavis. You've always been there for me. You're my number one.
Thanks.
To like all my other numbers. But anyways, thank you so much for your help today. I hope you have a great day. I will get on this ASAP. So thanks a lot. Love you. Bye. You don't have to say it back, but if you do, it's nice. But it's okay. You don't have to say it back.
Nothing.
Okay, I hang up. And at this point, Esme's got nothing else to do. I just wanted to get some stuff out of the back. So I'm gonna wait until Frost is ready for a little escapade.
Beautiful. Before we come to Frost, however, we'll come to Lucas. Lucas, wherefore art thou, and what art thou doing?
So in the 4 weeks, I would have gotten Resistant Mind 3, which is the last one, which means that I can, if someone tries to use a mind spell on me, then I can Uno reverse it.
That you can. You now have spell reflect for all mind altering magic.
Yes.
Well.
I mean, I would have, because it's a level 4 addiction on use, I would have gone to like a temple to try and get them.
Well, the Guild of Healers, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, as you head to the Guild of Healers and Jurors, you meet with a group of unusual people. They're all water genasi. You come for healing?
I'm looking for a brother Alari Slade. I heard he'd be able to help me.
Don't know of one of those. We have some brothers here, but no Slade.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I am. Look, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm about to go get myself matrixed up with a needle in the head. So, I need you to lower.
You're seeking an implant?
I just need you to lower the addiction for me before I go get one.
We can help with that. It's not cheap.
Well, whatever I can't pay you in money, I can do other things.
What exactly were you thinking of having?
I didn't mean that to sound as sexual as it did.
She ignores it. What exactly
licks his lips.
What exactly were you thinking of having implanted?
Pardon?
What exactly were you thinking of having implanted?
It's called Resistant Mind Volume 3.
I can't help you with that.
Why?
It's a powerful implant. I won't cut it. I can help you with the different things that you can get within damnation. I can't help you with the addictions of Gehenna.
Great, well, thank you for fucking nothing.
You get more and more pleasant to my NPCs every time I talk to you. Carry on, as you were.
No! What the hell? I asked them for help, they can't help me. They can fuck right off.
Alright, it's not within their grasp. Because Clyde can't give you that implant.
Well,
you're going to have to go to Gehenna.
Alright, well, I'll go to Gehenna then.
Okay, and you're seeking Resistant Mind 3.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm assuming that you start by going to the upgrade, which is Helia's store, which is a sort of above board standard store. I'm echoing off you, Josh. And so, as you head there, they explain to you that that isn't an implant that they do, and you will need to speak to Damino. Damino is a tiefling with sort of pulled back black hair and a ponytail, and piercings over his face. He's a mystic of sorts, and you're led over to what appears to be a sort of wooden stall, really, like a lemonade stand. And he suggests that he might lead you to his shop.
What do you mean, shop?
My shop is not out here in Gehenna. It's lower down.
What do you sell?
Implants.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, please lead me to your Kraken.
He takes you to a cave in the side of Gehenna, where he descends a long, slow, spiraling path. You're led down into the darkness, where the whole room is lit by luminous lichen, pale green. And you see various people with sort of machines over their head. A little bit like those blow-drying hairdryer that do the perms in the 80s, you know. And these people appear to be tripping in some way or other. Ignore the ones on the tap. You want to gain the ability to reflect mind-altering spells?
Yes, please.
I'll need to see your money first.
I show him it's a very large burlap sack that has a black dollar sign on it, and the money inside is all copper.
You can't carry 105,000 gold in copper.
Watch me. It's an extra dimensional bag.
In fact, you can't carry it in gold, but you can, however, carry it in plat. As you
well,
show
I'll
him,
give him my bank card.
well, that would be a far more sensible maneuver. And he takes 105,000 or 1,050 plat.
Can I just tap it? Is it contactless?
Yep.
Or is that too much? Do I have to put my pin in?
No, contactless.
Great.
And as the money is transferred to him, I suggest you sit down. This is not like Clyde's. This is no dentist's chair. This is a wooden chair in the middle of a room. It's not particularly clean, nor is the room. He takes...
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I sit down.
He takes some metal handcuffs out, and he handcuffs your hands behind your back, behind the chair.
Look, I know you take one look at me, the black wings, and you think, yeah, he's into some kinky things.
No, we do this all the time for...
I'm not here to confirm or deny such an allegation, but I came here for an implant, okay?
Listen, you're not the first wet boy to walk in here, now.
Well, I'm not a wet boy. First of all, I am dry.
Then you're the first fallen angel. You're the first fallen angel not to be. That's walked in here. Secondly, the handcuffs are for your own safety. Now, sit down.
I'm nothing if not submissive.
He puts his hand on your head, and you feel a shock like you've never felt before. You are feeling vibrant, you're feeling lively, you're dreaming of flying through the stars. Your heart's beating fast, all your muscles are tense. As you come down from this high, you need to make a charisma save.
Yay, 18.
Okay. We'll stave off the desperate need for a second implant. He looks at you and... I don't know how you'll cope with the addiction. It looks like it was your first time. But... the implant's done.
Great, thanks. So listen, I don't know if you get this a lot, but you look like the kind of person where people open up to, so I'll just ask. Do you ever get people, like, their magic going haywire? Because I almost killed someone the last time I had an implant.
Yeah, all the wet boys get it.
I'm not a fucking wet boy, yeah?
No, but all the wet boys get it. All the fallen angels.
Great,
Look,
well, thank you for that information.
There's a few different things that they've tried. Some of them restrain themselves, some of them put themselves to sleep. Lennox's plan is to just keep getting implants. He gets used to it after a while, he says. A couple of them have spoken to some unusual healers out in Anakesia. They say that they fixed the problem. But one of them was a bit like you. He swore off being a wet boy. He has no interest in killing. So, if you want to follow his path, he went to Thuabu, to the Great Mountain. And he found somebody there that let him embrace the magic within his blood. I don't know any more than that. Apart from his name. His name was Morton. He's in Anakesia somewhere.
Okay, great. Thanks, question mark. And then as I turn around, I'm gonna swiftly turn my head back. I'm not a fucking wet boy.
And as you say that, you hear a suave voice coming from down the slope. It's not the first time I've heard you say that.
Wait, is there someone different saying that? Well, that's because this fucking arsehole right over there, yeah, I'm talking to you, keeps referring to me as one.
Well, it's as I told you. At this moment you see Lennox come around the corner. The wet boy you met at the party. All fallen angels are wet boys, apart from you. And one other, but... well, he left after a few years of service. Get used to it. Or don't.
Or maybe just get a new hobby. Maybe get a grip of yourself.
Sure. Have you been to see Delilah?
Keep her name out of your fucking mouth.
Ah yes, I forgot. The attitude. It's gonna get you killed one day.
My attitude's gonna get you killed one day.
Oh, I'd kill you if I didn't like you so much. Go on, up you go. And he walks past you.
Okay, so now that that's done, I will also head to my little church in the countryside.
You do so. It's unoccupied.
Is that person there, that god?
Nope.
What was
Kara's
her
not
name?
present. Kara.
Okay, cool. Okay, I have a question actually about that. She said, "Call my name and I shall arrive."
Yep.
Is that anywhere, or is that just when I'm at the church?
It's at the church. She's not God.
I don't know that. I don't fucking know that. I don't know who she
No,
is.
she's not God. She's just a dryad.
Okay, and so, yeah, I will enter said church. I'll fly up to the light. And I'll just, like, whisper to the light, this one's for you, Mum. And then I'll gently glide back down and start playing the song that she used to play to me.
As you reach near the end of the song, you feel a slight presence behind you. You turn around just in time to see a white wing leaving your shoulder. But when you turn around fully, there's no one there.
Damn, son. Alright, so Lucas is a mess now. Lucas is probably crying his eyes out on said piano. And then after he comes the fuck down, days and weeks go by. So, like, me coming to the piano is like, well, especially since everyone's fucking off, I'm gonna stay here. Yeah, so this will be like an everyday thing to come to the piano. And play.
It's unoccupied for the first 8 days. On the 9th day, though, you see a satyr leaving as you arrive. Do you wish to engage with them or just ignore them?
Engage, obviously. My name's Lucas.
Alright. You see the satyr
Engage with
leaving into the
everyone.
forest?
Yeah, so like I'm gonna like not fly high, just fly hover,
Yeah.
and then dash forward
No.
to them.
Hi. Hi.
What are you doing here?
I come to worship.
Chip who?
Maliki.
Well, I
Hey,
think
Joe.
it's best. I think it's best for you to find somewhere else to worship this god, because this church is getting destroyed to make way for some lovely apartments. So unless you want a new place to live, I suggest you.
I don't
get
live
out.
here, and I visit rarely, but I will continue to do so as long as I live. I am a servant of Maliki, and I will always be.
Well, if you want to keep your life, I suggest you back the fuck up and never come here again.
Don't threaten me, child.
I'm a child!
I'll be going now. I won't be back till next month.
Alright.
And he walks off into the forest.
Why can't I just have one place to myself?
You have a bedroom at the Silver Bullet.
All these visitors. Okay, and so, yeah, and then at some point during this fall week, I will go visit Delilah.
Okay. Dane and Scully return with Delilah on the sort of 11th day, so any time after then is fine. You go around and you see Scully answer the door. Hey, Lucas. What can I do for you?
So I just like give its reaction to what I wrote. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here to see Delilah.
Okay, behave yourselves.
Oh, that's so fucked up. Yeah, I'm here to see Delilah.
Oh. Well, that's good. Come on in. She's currently studying, but you're more than welcome to interrupt her.
Great, I'll head straight up to her bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Open the door and close it behind me.
You see her in a strange pose on one leg with her arms stretched outwards and her ethereal arms behind her. And she seems to be in focus or meditation.
I'll just sit down and watch her, not disturbing her.
After a few moments, she... Oh. It's you. I thought it was. Hey, Lucas.
Hi. So, what have you been up to?
I'm studying. Learning the ways of the monk. They're ancient. They're from the Kanishiro Republic. The Way of Mercy, it's called.
That's a good way to live.
It's peaceful. What about you?
Well, the girl groups broke up for a while. So we're all kind of doing our own thing. Everyone's left town. I don't know if Kellyan's coming back. I don't know if Esmond get arrested. I don't know if Frost is going to come back with litter. You know, I don't know if Strider's going to be the big bad evil of the game. Lots of things are uncertain at the moment.
Isn't that life?
Shouldn't have to be.
No, I guess. I met my mum. Saw her again.
What happened?
Scully and Dane took me to Douvry. She met us there. I didn't feel anything. She's not my mum anymore. I've got a mum and dad here. But she was pleasant, I guess. And friendly. I don't think I'll see her again. You okay, Lucas?
I'm just trying to figure out if Lucas would flip out onto Lila. Because, like, in his head, like, obviously I get that that's not, like, she hasn't been a mum to her, and obviously she's now got adopted parents who have been there for her. Like, he gets that, but in the same way, like, because he doesn't have his mum, and she's got both an adopted mum and now, like, a real mum, he can't help but, like...
Well, she met her for coffee in Douvry. I'm not sure that counts as being a mother, but sure.
Give a fuck.
Yeah.
Still around.
Yeah.
So, like, he kind of see, like, obviously he's incredibly jealous, but also kind of sees it as almost, like, ungrateful.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, not really appreciating it. So, like, I'm trying to figure out whether or not I should lash out on this.
She's pretty young. I mean, it seems a bit harsh, but if you wish.
No, I just, okay. And you've still not had any more dreams about your dad?
No. Nor do I ever want them again. I know it seems silly saying I won't see my mum again, but it just hurts. She doesn't want to be with me. I'm not a toy to pick up and put down when you want it.
Do you know where she's staying, or?
No. I think Scully does, but I don't know. I don't want to know.
Okay, well, I've got to go take a phone call, so I'm not
You
coming
know,
back.
you don't have to make excuses. I'm glad that you come for a bit. You can leave whenever you need to.
I'm gonna, like, stand up and go to leave and then stop and look back at her and then go. And then, you said both of them are in, right?
Scully is.
Yeah,
Dane's
so
not.
I want to go downstairs and talk to Skelly.
Okay. Scully's in the kitchen.
Great, is she holding a bag?
No.
Okay, great. So, do you know where I can find Delilah's mum?
I'm sorry.
Forgive you.
You want to find Delilah's mum?
Yeah.
Why?
I think so. I want to talk to her.
Why?
I don't need to explain myself to you.
You want answers, you do.
Does it have anything to do with you?
Yes.
I said how?
She's the birth mother of what is now my daughter. Any interference I want to know about.
So are you just keeping track on everything her mother does and who she talks to and everything?
No. I'm keeping a vague eye on where she is in case Delilah changes her mind and wants to see more of her mother.
Okay, and I want to speak to her about my own personal shit, nothing to do with Delilah.
Is that true?
You know it's not true.
Give me a deception check.
God, maybe Bruno is right. Maybe we should fire Skelly. Fucking hell, man.
Mean.
She's being protective of her own daughter. I don't think she's doing anything
Oh,
mean.
nothing. Oh my gosh, did you say deception?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a 16.
Just come out with it, Lucas. Why do you want to talk to her?
What race is she?
Skelly? What did you know?
Look, I don't need to. I don't need to explain myself to you, okay? Least of all, someone who doesn't even share my fucking blood. So either tell me now, or I'll go find out myself.
Great, do so. Look, Lucas. I care about the Silver Bullet and all of the people in it.
Really?
But they do
If
not
so, you should
compare.
be helping me the fuck out.
They do not compare one iota to my daughter. Delilah's mother is not a stable person. Nor is she a healthy person. She's sick. And she's desperate. And she doesn't know what she wants, and she wants to take Delilah in one moment, and then she wants to drop her the next. It's not a healthy relationship.
I told you, this has got fuck all to do with Delilah. I want to talk to her about me and my people. This ain't got nothing to do with you playing house.
She's in anesthesia. I'll give you that.
I'll
No
walk
more.
out, and you know what? She's fucking lucky because I was scanning through my spells to see what to use on this being.
Yeah, lucky.
Yeah, so I'll just like leave. Is that a huff? I think I'll leave in it. And And I will head to Alakisha.
You're gonna head to Anakeja?
Right, that's what she said, right? Is that not what she said?
Yes, but you have also been told that in Anakeja your wings will be cut off.
Yeah, they can fucking try, bitch.
Okay.
I mean, she's there and she seems to be fine.
She's an angel.
Yeah, well, we love racism.
Okay. Will you head to Taxington, Lextor, or Capital Tethras?
Well, she's an angel, so I guess the capital.
As you go to the Mystics Tower to transport, it'll cost you 25 gold pieces. And
That's money I don't have.
there's plenty of money lying around. You can grab 25 gold pieces. The woman looks to you and... Are you sure?
To me, what?
Are you sure you wish to go to Anakeja?
Who's saying this to me?
The woman who's offering transport.
Well, unless you can make me look like someone else, I've got no choice.
The portal's open.
Sorry?
The portal is open.
I'll step through the portal.
You arrive in a Mystics Tower. Marble flooring, black marble flooring. White walls, high ceilings, chandeliers at every stop. You see a door leading out into the city of Anakeja.
Do I see any books, scrolls?
No, it's just a portal for travel. It's like a subway station, basically.
Alright, well... There's nothing I can do about this. So I guess... Is it illegal to fly here?
It's illegal to be a fallen angel.
That doesn't answer my question.
So yes to both.
Okay. I will head out into the streets.
Are you walking out nonchalantly?
I'm walking out like I'm on the warpath.
Okay. You got 3 steps before you are stopped by 2 Warforged.
Oh, man.
They have their guns out. Your name?
Oh, I was going to do something, but it would totally ruin it, because that's what I did. It's going to pull out all of a twist. My name is Lucas.
Lucas, you're under arrest.
Oh, really? And then I'm going to run back into the portal.
No, you're not. You run to the entrance to the Mystics Tower, only to find it won't open for you.
I am flying up.
Okay. The Warforged rise behind you, grab you by both arms, and carry you down to the ground.
I can't do anything. I can't make a check or dodge it or...
If you can get me a nat 20 strength check and a nat 20 dex save simultaneously, then I will give you a slim chance of getting out. But no, they can fly at 120 feet of movement speed and they have a lot more strength than you do.
Okay, but, like, could I not see them coming after me and do something about it?
By all means, be my guest, try. But they are taking flight within 2 foot of you leaving the ground.
Okay, that's fine.
What would you like to try?
Well, funny you should ask. I would like to... I would like to, oh man. I would like them to make a Constitution saving throw. I'm gonna be dog food. I'm gonna have to re-roll a new character.
Nope. That's a 27 and a 26.
Okay, great. They both fail it.
Yeah, right.
So...
Okay, carry on. As you are.
So
Your spell
out of
fails.
the... What? No. Does not fail.
You don't have a 26. saving throw. Your saving throw is not a 26 or higher, so they
No, but
achieve the
it
save.
still does something.
Oh, yeah, okay, go on. What did he cast?
Yeah. So, despite it being broad daylight, I carefully line up them so that one's behind the other. And then the sun glosses over and becomes a moon. And the beam of light towers into them, destroying them both and dealing 6 radiant damage.
Excellent. Okay. At which point you will be escorted to the ground. And you feel as one Warforged places a small metal disc to the side of your head. Your arm is bound behind you. You are unable to cast any magic from this point onwards. And you are walked to a central government building. Before you stands a human in a suit. He looks at you.
I call human.
He looks at you. You are aware it is illegal to walk in these streets as a fallen angel, are you not?
Actually, that's what I want to talk to you about. I'm actually not a fallen angel. If you give me my magic back,
Unfortunately,
I can
lying to me.
And you'll see that I'm a human just like you, brother.
First
we
of
get
all,
notified that he's going to court.
nope. First of all, any disguise you were wearing would be seen through by me. Secondly, you cannot lie to me. So, this is your chance to save yourself from certain consequences. You are aware that it is illegal to walk in the streets of Anakesia as a fallen angel. Yes?
No, I wasn't actually. I didn't know. I was coming here to look for someone. I actually didn't know the rule. I didn't know the law.
No keeper of the Mystic's portals would not tell you the consequences. You know that fallen angels...
Actually, there was no keeper. It was kind of an open policy. First come, first served, and I was the first one in line, so I went through the portal first. Yeah.
If
So
you
I didn't
don't...
I didn't see no sign posted. No one notified me. Yeah.
If you don't
to be honest,
start telling the truth...
The person that was at the door said, "Are you sure you want to go?" But that's it. She didn't tell me it was illegal, or that I'd be arrested, or that I'd be killed. She just asked
And
me if I
yet-
was sure. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure. I've seen the brochures. The place looks great. Spas, Marriott Gold hotels, great." I was like, I'm sure she's asking me because it's really expensive. I was
Okay.
like, I've got the gold to
Josh,
spend. I'm
Josh.
young.
You take 106 points of damage, as you are shot by both of them. Your hands are cuffed behind your back. We will leave you there. Kalien, what have you been up to, love? Actually, do you know what? We'll take a break first. Sorry. I know you've been sat in silence for a long time, but actually...
No, I thought it was Frost's turn, so that's
Frost is
why-
last.
Oh, okay.
We will come to Kalien in a moment, and we'll take a break. Kalien, what have you been doing over the last 4 weeks?
I think she's gonna take some jobs from Lennox.
A good decision. So, you head to Damnation, to where Lennox has given you a card. So you come across what seems like a very plain house. It's, a couple of bedrooms. It seems quite plain, quite well kept, and if you knock on the door, he will answer. Oh. I see you've come to take some work.
Yeah.
Well,
Be trigger finger.
first job shouldn't be too hard. He hands you a name, an address, and a piece of paper. You did something with Tobias, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
I've heard some rumors. I don't know if they're true, but if they are, this might help you. But he hands you a small vial of blood.
Hell yeah.
We won't follow Kalnian, as this is a simple shot. But when you get there, it is just a man who is known to be a killer. A rival, if you like. A fellow assassin. But this has him in a diner, sitting outside at a table, with a cigarette in his hand. It's the easiest fucking shot of Kellyanne's life. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Where's the address to?
So the address was in Corcross, in Marana, where he sits outside the castle, in his diner, part of the mercenary company. And you're able to take the shot, retrieve the ring that was requested as the price, and 40,000 gold pieces. Not from him, for the hit. When you get back to Lennox, he tells you that it'll be a couple of days before he's got another job, and asks if there's somewhere you'd like the job delivered. We have a vault at the Juris Bank, if that's good for you.
I don't know. I kind of want to travel as they do these hits.
Will you consent to a message, Jim?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. One thing you notice about this is that it's a one-way, Jim. You can't contact him, but he can contact you. And he will tell you where the next drop point will be. He can tell you that the next hit will be in Songdai, but it won't be for a couple of days. Songdai is in northern Kinshiro Republic.
Yeah.
This hit is on a business owner who has recently upped the cost of Chimbulok diamonds traveling from Ungawala to Anakija. That is not acceptable to, well, anyone, frankly. So he needs to go. After a couple of days, a message comes through. You'll find him driving a wagon out in his field. The address is given. No blood this time, but it's not going to be difficult. He's defenseless, riding his wagon. Do you take the shot?
Yeah.
As you do, a younger boy runs out the house, out to the wagon, and leans over his father. He's dead.
Nice.
80,000.
120. Woo! I'm making bank. Yeah, I think this is just how her week is gonna go.
Yep. Over the course of how long were you spent on this? The first sort of 3 or 4 weeks, or just a couple?
I don't know. She really, this is the kind of jobs that she misses doing. So I feel like she would, continue this for a while.
Well, the third job's nice and easy. It's a gnome in Saltesia. No one really gave a fuck about him. If anything, he seemed homeless. But there was something he had hidden. And you were told this time to retrieve what appears to be a codex around his neck, with a strange list of digits on it, and leave it in a lockbox in a bank in Saltesia. You're paid 50,000 gold. But the fourth job, that one, not so simple. I would assume you refuse the job, as the fourth job, the victim is your mother.
Why's that?
A recent vote in politics. However, Lennox informs you that if you don't go, another assassin will. He tells you where the assassin will stand and where he'll take the shot from. You won't get any pay. But if you shoot the assassin, the job will be foiled. The vote will pass. At this point you can see Lennox is warming up to it a little bit. He likes your efficiency, he likes your style. You get the idea that he never expected you to take the job on your mother, but he wanted to test you. And realistically, what he wanted to do was give you the opportunity to save her.
I'll head to Siana.
Okay. The killer will be on the rooftop opposite your mother's house at exactly 11 p.m. I'm assuming you scope out the area.
Yeah, what time of day is it?
When you get there, 8 o'clock. In the evening, not the morning. We've got 3 hours.
Alright. and be like, "Hey, Mom, what have
Hey.
you been up to? I heard you got into some trouble.
Trouble?
Don't mind me."
Mind trouble?
Don't mind me. Well, yeah.
Oh.
Don't mind me. And then she's just gonna set up her sniper rifle in the window where the sniper will be shooting it. Because if he has a clear shot of her, she has a clear shot of him.
Excellent. But as 11 o'clock comes up, what you see first is him assembling his rifle. Putting it on the stand.
Done.
Brilliant. Once you do so, you see him fall, and through the sniper scope, give me a perception check.
That is 25.
That's not even a proper sniper rifle. Or a proper stand.
Where's...
Yeah, Mom's
I feel
perfectly
like
safe.
Yeah, I feel like I would have told her to, like, you know, not be
you-
near windows.
You get a message through your German. Thank you for removing that idiot. I didn't even give him a proper gun.
A proper what?
A proper gun.
Oh.
He didn't even know. He was an initiate for the Wet Boys scheme. Sometimes fools need removing before they start firing bullets at your own back. I appreciate it. Next time I'll trust you and just give you the hit. It won't be a setup. But I thought you might enjoy staying with your mother for a few hours. Have a nice dinner.
That is nice. I appreciate it.
And he gives you another job in Siano, but in 4 days hence. And he'll pay you 50,000 gold, and over the course of the weeks, you're able to accrue 350,000. In total, not another 350,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, okay, right. Is there anywhere else that Killian will be going? Anything else she'd be doing, or is she just quite content? Shooting bitches and living a life?
She would definitely go to, like, a gun shop in Dubry and probably buy, like, 2 fairy rifles. Or not rifles, guns.
Yeah, so these will be fairy pistols. However, when you go in, you'll ask for a license. This means he doesn't just want a license, because you can buy a pistol in these shops. But you get the idea that if you had a Nightwing license, you would have been given access to different guns. These, however, are just your standard fairy pistols. So you may take them. They will cost you 25,000 gold each, as you are a fairy.
Just to be clear, this is Firebolt, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, sort of. It's a 2d10, not a 1d10, so it's Firebolt at the 5th level, I guess. Yeah. And it's nice and easy. Is there anywhere else that Killian would like to go in her time? Is she buying any implants?
No.
Okay. Well, in that case, we shall pick up with Frost. Frost, where you been? What you doing?
Well, where do I start?
Preferably at the
From
beginning.
top, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's usually a good
preferably at
place.
the beginning, yes, that is a good place to start. Good. You're right. So, first things first.
Yep. Please. Go.
Right, yeah, sorry. Right, so first things first. The Tabaxi language cipher. I would like to make a start on that.
Okay, you can read the book. It tells of the ancient tales of the Tabaxi gods. The god of the desert. And how he placed his people upon the land. It tells you of how they formed a bond with their inner desert spirit. And were able to swap places with it at will. It basically describes the Echo Knight as closely as it can.
Right, okay.
To simplify it.
Yeah.
And tells you a few other tales of wonderful moral reasoning and why you should water the camels and feed the cactuses. There's not a huge amount else of interest in that. Unless you're going to turn into a religious nut. Yes.
I'm guessing it gives me a bit more of an insight into their culture, though.
It does. Very much so give you an insight into the culture.
Alright. So that's a bit of good learning, then. So another thing I would like to be doing as well is going through the bullet armory as well as my own armory and essentially maintaining them heavily with the gun care and gun upgrade kits.
Yep. You're able to keep the guns polished and up to scratch, making sure that their firing mechanisms are all working perfectly. And as you gain more understanding with the way that these guns work through your visits to the reload, you're really making sure they're at pinpoint precision. They're not going to misfire. They're in perfect condition.
Excellent. Right, and now one thing that I would also be doing from the start of the week now, throughout the week, because of the sheer volume of purchase that I've got going on here, I have a lot of implants on this list.
Yep, smack them at me.
Total cost of the implants with the discount added is
no, just list them for me.
200.
List them for me.
Upgrade con.
Yep.
Knowledge, sleight of hand, and stealth. Proficiency stealth. Mechanical body 1, 2, resistant body 2.
Yep.
Ballistic resistance, silent steps, aqualung, vision enhancement 2. There's your list.
You will have to spread those over the whole 4 weeks if you don't want to hit level 4 addiction.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So you will be able to just teeter at level 3 addiction and then go back down again. Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's absolutely fine.
Right. So I'll have to add that to my character sheet list in a minute.
Yeah.
After I'm done going through the rest of things. Next up on my list, I've got tabaxi language, gun kits and stuff, silver bullet armory. So I want to start doing some proper research onto upgrading our security.
Right now, that's out of your hands. You will have to do that in the future. Right now, Dane and Scully are making their own adjustments, and they are not letting anybody in on the information.
Right, okay. That's fair enough.
You do notice that there's bulletproof glass, there's automatically locking doors, there's security cameras, computer systems. You've got one-way mirrors.
A long time ago, when it came to one of the sessions, like one of the very early sessions, might be session 1 or 2, we were talking about getting actual gun emplacements and stuff.
Yep.
And I wanted to start looking and seeing whether that was a possibility to start looking
That is something, but it will be spending the entire Silver Bullet money, whereas Dane and Skelly are currently funding their own project with their computer sales. When it comes to spending group money, we need the whole group to be present. So that's not going to be something.
At least we need to start researching into it.
Yeah,
so
very
I
much
know
so.
what
You
we need to be doing.
are probably best up reading of some of the security measures from Anakesia. Bar getting a siphon in place, there are some automated turrets. They're not ideal, they don't work all the time, and when they do work, sometimes they don't shoot at the right people, so probably not best to get one of those quite yet. Security alarms, however, the most common system as well is slight extra dimensional placing. You're going to need to hire the Mystics for that. Yeah, there's a lot of security measures that are just simply beyond you. But the simple stuff, making sure that, automating door lockings, bulletproof windows, two-way mirrors, shooting slots, that sort of stuff, you're able to get knowledge on that sort of stuff and work out what you might be able to implement if the funding is available later on.
Yeah, okay. So next up on my list is I want to start doing research on the jobs that I've got planned. I want to sort of
on the books?
Do preliminary, the books and the Justin job as well. For the books one, I want to do a preliminary casing with joints, see where I'm going, make sure I've got all of an idea of how I'm going to get into these places, what we're going to do when it comes time. You
quickly realise that most of these book jobs are really fucking simple. It's housebreaking. There's no job here that's particularly difficult.
Nice and easy. So I'll be able to invite Esme along for this and just bang these out very quickly.
Very much so.
Dreams.
Do we have a list of your books somewhere?
Yeah, I do have a list. I'll go with that in a second. While I open that, there is one other thing I want to start doing the research on, and this is the other bit of research, the big bit. You know, the Justin job. I want to start looking to see what information I can find about the existence of this warehouse. And
Where are you doing the research?
I would like to see if I can find any sort of public records of the company, any sort of locations where the company's based out of. Nothing like that. So I'd have to.
The only thing you find out about the Hatusi Armory is that it's a secret kept in Sartesia. You get nothing else from jurors. 100%, yes. And the gnomes are ever so slightly racist.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So, with that information covered on that, that's the other thing I needed to look into.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's where the Andreams comes in as well, as
yeah.
So, the book list. The hit list is Arya's house, Fair Dark owner.
20,000.
Temrin's house, Tales of the Old Fathers.
35,000.
Morgan's house, Cortirian a History.
15,000.
Ix's house, A Life of Zevelius.
25,000.
The Govrach estate, Trade Deals and Discoveries.
50,000.
Okay.
That's 155,000 in total.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely be inviting Esme along and Dreams along for whoever would like to do this.
Okay, you can work out how you're spending that money later.
So here's my talisman, my bardic inspiration, my guidance, and enhanced ability.
Yeah, realistically, there's no failing these jobs. This is something that you've been doing for years and years and years. And they were preliminary jobs. They were a tester, a teaser. You're going to return these books, of course, to our friend.
Yeah.
And he will tell you that there'll be a wait, and then he'll give you another list. And these ones won't be easy.
And the total monetary value you gave me again?
155,000. 155000.
Right, I've got that noted down. Sort out how I'm gonna distribute this money.
Yeah, you can work that out.
Yeah, and alright, I need to subtract my 115,200 for my money spent on implants real quick. That's a lot of money spent, but should be worth it. One other thing as well, the diamonds that I got my hands on.
You decided to donate them to the Silver Bullet for costs of relocating and hiding the building?
Yeah. Those are in the safe right now, yeah?
They are very much so. They are in the safe.
Are there any left in the safe, or are they all being spent?
They're in the safe.
Would I be able to examine one? I want to see what I can sort of...
Yeah, but all you will get from them is they're unrefined. The art of refining these diamonds is well beyond you. When you first saw that unrefined diamond in the reload, it was of a size that you could manage.
Yeah. These ones are big, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like trying to work out a small volcanic rock by holding a volcano.
Yeah, that's fair. I just wanted to see if I could sort of understand anything more about...
The only thing is that they have a lot of magic encased in them, and they definitely come from deep, deep underground. That's all you really get.
Right. Okay. One thing I would like to do, if at all possible, at some point, is start looking into and researching more about how these diamonds actually work and...
A trip to Chimbulok. Or Anakija, depending on which side of the production chain you want to work it.
Yeah, I'll definitely be pulling out a notebook and jotting down that this is a trip that I need to be making to start learning about this.
I mean, you could do some research in the library, but realistically you see that the Yuanti of Chimbulok are the ones that extract the diamonds, and the humans of Anakija are the ones who refine them, and no real information is given other than that.
A trip to Chimbulok will have to be in order at some point then. I don't think I have the time to really be doing that, considering the stuff that we intend to be doing.
No, not quite now.
So...
You've got a heist to do with Esme and Dreams as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there anything else you would like to squeeze into your 4 weeks?
Well... Would I be able to start putting feelers out to see if there's any sort of extra freelance jobs I'd be able to find, or
Most
Is it not
freelance
really very
thievery
much
comes
like-
from your own brain. You can break into a house and steal some shit, but
no, I mean like contract jobs and stuff. If people were looking for
there's a few jobs that come through the silver
specific-
bullet, but nothing that looks like you could do it on your own.
right, yeah.
Perhaps the Dream Chasers might achieve it, but that'll have to wait.
Yeah, right, gotcha.
And if that's all, we
I
will
think that'll be
return
it
to
for the time
Lucas. Lucas, you wake up. You're in agony.
Do I? I thought I was dead.
Yeah, I accidentally did a little bit too much damage, but they will be as happy to resurrect you as they were to revive you. Just the siphons bring you around. You can walk free in the city now.
Why would they? Why? If I'm in a city where it's illegal to be a fallen angel, why would they resurrect me?
Because they didn't mean to kill you, and that's not the law. The law is that you have your wings removed.
May be racist, but they don't stand police brutality.
Pretty much. And
They still
as you
can't.
turn to either side, there are no wings. What is Lucas's reaction to this?
Um. I guess just shock that they're not there.
The gentleman in the suit comes to you. You knew the consequences, but you came anyway. Spare me the lies this time. Why?
I'm not saying fuck all to this cunt. In fact, if he's facing me, I'm spitting in his fucking face.
I really had hoped that there would be some redemption for you. What's within our power to take away is within our power to give back. But I find you unreconcilable. You may leave.
Why would they ever give someone their wings back?
You won't find out the answer to that question.
Whatever. I'll leave.
Okay. You're in Anakeja. And you're in Tethris. Where are you going and what are you doing?
Asking around about an angel?
An angel? Where would you ask?
Anyone on the street?
No one on the street really knows what you mean, but at one point somebody does direct you to the Angel's Hall, which is a restaurant? Bar? On the streets of Anakeja.
Oh,
Okay. You notice that the majority of the patrons are human, but standing behind the bar is what appears to be some form of celestial.
okay, I will head up the celestial. What was the one's name again?
Well, shit. That's a
Anyone
jump back.
remember?
I've got it here. Let me just pull it up.
Oh, Lily. Lily.
Yeah.
Have you seen Lily?
Lily. I've known a few lilies in my time. Do you have anything more specific?
She's an angel.
An angel?
Angel abandoned her daughter, had an abusive boyfriend. You know that Lily?
Yeah, I know that Lily. You need to head to the halls. She's in the Hall of Reverie.
I'll head straight there.
With asking directions, you're able to find the Hall of Reverie. And the Hall of Reverie is quite simply a chamber for people who are hooked up to machines that allow them to lucid dreams, fake lives. She's back on the addiction path. You see her strapped up to a machine in the corner as you're greeted by a gentleman in a white coat. Have you come to dream today?
Are these machines lethal?
No. Intoxicating, addictive, but not lethal.
And what if they malfunction?
If they malfunction, the patient usually will wake up. That is all.
I'm gonna leave.
Okay. You don't say anything to Lily as you walk past her.
No.
Very well. And where are you headed?
I wanna go see the wet boys.
You arrive back at the Mystic's Tower. Where are you going to?
To go see the wet boys.
She looks at you, Gehenna, then. Very well. She opens a portal. She doesn't charge you. And you step through. You arrive in Gehenna. Lennox told you where his house was. It's a fairly plain house. 2 stories, 2 bedrooms. As you head there, you knocking on the door?
Yeah, what was the place that I just went to, sorry?
Anakesia.
Anakesia, sure, I'll knock.
He opens the door and a look of shock at first and then fury comes into his eyes. Who did this?
I want you to help me.
Who did this?
I'll tell you inside.
Come in. He leads you through to a kitchen. It's very plain, very simple. There's a couple of stools by a bar for breakfast. He puts a pot of coffee on the table and 2 mugs and... What do you need?
I'm gonna pause for a second and then look in his eye, like just this raw, like, anger. I want to see Anakesia burn.
Yeah, I get that. Lucas, that's not within my power. But we can do something at least. It's past time that the Wet Boys took a stand. Recently we made some changes in government. Let's take out the politicians that rule against the Wet Boys and rule against the fallen angels. Will you come with us for the kill? Tell me, the man that you met when you got this done to you, what did he look like? Will you give him a description?
Yeah.
Okay. Cyrus. No, rubbish. That's not Cyrus. Cyrus is long dead. Allington. He'll come first. Do you want to kill him yourself?
Yeah, but I would still want to see that city burn.
Perhaps in time. But that isn't within the power of the Wet Boys. But tonight...
And make it in the power.
The best I can do for tonight is let the blood run free. Have the rules overturned. There is a process, you know, for regrowing them. But I don't know if you'll like it.
What, sorry?
There's a process for regrowing those. But I don't think you'll like it.
Why?
You need to consume life.
I'll do it.
Fuck it. You're meant to be the salvation. The hope cause. The one that didn't have to kill to live. The fuck possessed you to go there? I told you what happened if you walked in Anakesia. What possessed you to go there?
Well, call it blind hope in humanity that there wasn't really a place that fucking severe.
I'm glad you chose our Anakesia and not fucking Marana. I don't think we could retrieve you from being eaten. Come. Come and meet the guys. He leads you to what appears to be a simple cellar door. But as he leads you down, you see room after room of luxury. As you pass fallen angel after fallen angel. The Wet Boys aren't all fallen angels, but you see the fallen angels have a clan of their own. He introduces to them all, and he tells them that tonight all other jobs are off the table, and that they're going to Anakesia. But they're not arriving in Anakesia by Mystic's travel portal. They're not stupid. Instead, a portal will be taken from Gehenna to the underworld of Anakesia, known simply as the underworld. You're guided by Lennox himself. He leads you through some back streets and across some rooftops. At one point you fly, held in his arms, across 2 rooftops. He leads you down through a window. They move so swiftly that you lose track of multiples of them. With pure stealth. He touches you briefly on the shoulder and you feel your body go cold. As you look down, you're invisible. And you feel the solidity of a gun being placed in your hands. As he leads you to a bedchamber. He grabs the man out of the bed, wearing nothing but a nightrobe. And you see the man that asked you why you came. He holds the man in front of you.
He needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's a 9.
So you can describe it if you want. But it's basically the Cruciatus curse.
As blackness wraps him, and yanks his limbs together towards his back. You see racking pain as he begins to cry and scream.
And it was 22 necrotic damage.
It isn't quite enough to kill him. Well, you should. Or would you like to execute him another way?
Just want to see him burn. I want to see the fear in his eyes as he, I want to look in his eyes as he, knows this is it and that no one's going to save him and no one's going to help him.
Then burn him alive. And you do. At the last moment, the flames are snuffed out, and you feel yourself come back into full vision. As Lennox shows you as you put your hand over his heart. And he shows you how to rip it out. Hold it in your hands. Tear it apart. As you consume the life that's inside it. You feel the beginning of the regrowth of your wings, but it is a long way off.
Yeah, I'll do that.
He turns to you. It could be over 100 lives before they fly again. Let's get some of them done tonight.
What?
He said, let's get some of them done tonight.
And let's go.
The streets run red with blood as over 120 politicians are murdered in their beds. Lucas is party to 6 of them, consuming their lives. The wet boys ran with a vengeance. Finally, one particular human, Yaris, the person who introduced the law of removing the wings of the fallen angels. It's the last one got, and this one is not your kill. As Lennox will drag him out to the middle of the street in front of the governmental building and raise a crucifix, upon which he will crucify him.
Can I do something before he does?
You can do something after he does, as he douses it in oil and hands you a lighter. Unless there's something else you wish to do.
Yeah, there is.
Please,
So
go ahead.
is he tied up?
No, his hands and feet are nailed to the cross.
No, I want to do something before.
Oh, well, do it in his bedchamber when they first grab him. What do you want to do? Just tell me what you want to do. No, he's not tied up. What do you want to do?
Basically, when he's outside, before they put him in the cross.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I want to sit him up on the floor. And then I'm hoping someone has a fucking sword on them somewhere.
They all have swords.
Boys. Yeah. I'm going to take one of their swords and I'm going to chop his legs off. And I'm going to tell him to crawl to his crucifixion.
He drags his body slowly to the cross. At which point he's raised, his hands nailed to the cross. And they light the bottom of the cross so that slowly the flames lick up the cross and burn him alive upon it. And then Lennox turns to you. We've got to get out before the Sci-Fen wake. Let's go.
I'll leave with them.
Over the next few weeks, you will be trained. Nothing more. Esme, Frost, Dreams. Just before you go on your heist, you do perchance read a newspaper.
Yeah, I read the newspaper, of course. There's no television, I know that's the
And you read about the revenge of the Wet Boys. There is a picture of a mutilated Wet Boy with his wings cut off.
Do I recognize?
You do.
Doesn't that look like Lucas?
Are we already in Duvry by this point?
No,
No.
not the silver bullet. But you see a picture of Lucas with his wings cut off. And next to it you see a picture of a man with no legs, crucified and burnt. A politician.
What?
The role for
Fuck.
cutting the wings off of Wet Boys in Anakesia is overturned. It will never be done again.
Okay. Question. I guess like Lucas was with the Wet Boys the entire time, right? So he never came back to the house. Never came to the house. Never came
They
back to
will
the
not
school.
let him return. Not yet. He has training to undergo.
Look at his main Frost.
I'm glad
Well-
Besty's doing bits.
This is actually a problem. This is a big problem.
Care to clarify what you mean by huge problem here?
I mean, look at this. Okay, first of all, Lucas has lost his wings.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Lucas is great, but he can be a little unstable. As shown by
You raise
here,
a
he's
good point, though.
crucified somebody. So this is whenever we see him again, we don't know what mind state he's going to be in. And,
Be fine.
That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point.
It may not be fine. I mean, I know he won't do anything to us because we're not the ones who did this. But who knows what his whole outlook on life is going to be now. Before it wasn't that great, and truthfully, when he talked to you last time, I figured he was on an uptick. But now this, we might have lost him forever.
I mean, morally speaking, he didn't do anything terrible, Dreams.
What do you mean?
Yeah, okay. Okay, look, I'm gonna give it to you. The whole leg thing, yeah, it's a bit much. But we both know that Bestie has a thing for the drama.
Yeah, I do know that. But it's in the newspaper. I mean, like, okay, I'm not against killing somebody, especially when it comes to, money on hand. That's no problem. You know what I mean? Fuck with my drugs, you gotta die. You fuck with any of you, you gotta die.
I mean, they were mutilating people. So if we look at the overarching consequences of what Lucas has did, it's technically good, right? Because he just helped a bunch of other people, right?
He did help a whole bunch of fallen angels. True. I'm just, what the fuck was he doing in Anakeisha in the first place anyway?
There's one thing that I think I've realised here.
What?
First we had Vlad. Now Lucas. Anakeisha twice. I think.
Say it plainly, kitty cat.
Say that things are going to be a fucking mess.
Well, all we need to do is cover his little penguin back, because he's not going to fly anywhere, so he's going to need our help.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not going to help Lucas. It's just, just thinking. We don't know who those people know. And yeah, he might have worked with the Wet Boys, but I don't know. What if it got back to he was even affiliated with us?
Who am I to talk, Dreams? I'm going off about killing Pearl every 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I want to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
I'm down to help you kill Pearl. I really am. I'm just saying, let's take our time a little bit. Pearl's not gonna go anywhere.
I'm with Dreams on both counts of this. I'll help as well, gladly.
Also, I learned something new that may interest you, and I love both of your help with it. But it's a long turn coming.
Oh fuck yeah! Let's hear it then.
I learned how Bastus is made, at least.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's made using kids.
Oh.
They actually.
They grind kids and make it into Bastus?
No. But they do have them in like sweatshops working, and I don't rightfully approve of that.
Oh, thank fuck! I was concerned you were gonna start saying that you were looking to make your own deal with it.
No, what the hell? No.
I was worried for a second about you going off the deep end. I mean, Lucas just go off the deep end. I was worried we were gonna lose you as well. Jesus.
No. I'm actually trying to figure out a way to turn the mushroom that's used for making Bastus a fun new recreational drug instead of the
this is an interesting prospect.
So, idea, guys. I'm totally with you, but considering that we might get some heat, bearing in mind what Lucas did, which in a way it's, on the same level as what Strider did, but Lucas is my bestie, so we're gonna sweep that under the rug.
For now, we need to see what his mind state is.
Why don't we go and
steal some bardic instruments so I can get more powerful and become like a super cool bard who can protect everyone with my inspirations.
I'm down for that. I mean, I already said I'll help you with that. Also, the person I was speaking to about that whole past dues thing also showed me this, and I'll pull out the I've made a wick, and just like a little like testing. It kind of burns like purple and greens. I think the customers would actually like this, and I'm going to try and lace it with drugs so that they get high while smelling the candles. So they'll definitely want to come back because they're going to need to keep getting supply of this.
I was more thinking of a more less drug-oriented approach, but we could do a little section for the people who are looking for drug-infused candles.
I'm with that. I mean, long as drugs are involved, I mean, I think everyone should. I think the world would actually run a bit better if everyone just sat back and take a little bit of a hit, just mellowed out.
Okay.
Sounds like a good shout to me. Now, here's the other question that I got for that. If we're going to do these particularly scented candles, who's going to be the test subjects? All three of us?
Oh, I'll fucking test it. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay, so
That sounds like a time.
our big address for tonight is 18 Spring Blossoms, Kamachia, in Kinshiro Republic. However, before we get there, I want to make a quick stop by Scribble's Knickknacks because he's got a Dryad's Lyre that I just so happen to want.
Okay. I'm with that.
All right.
Okay. What sort of scouting are we doing at Scribble's Knickknacks?
Is the shop open?
What time is it? Are you going at night?
Should we go? Oh, you know what? Maybe we should go early to scope the place out, and I can maybe look for any security systems and such with my Eye of Truth. Also, I have undetectable, so there's a
Well, the first thing you'll notice when you approach the shop is that there is a warforged outside. The siphon.
Ah, Big Daddy. Okay.
With your eyes of
Is
true
it one?
sight, yes.
Okay.
With your eye of true sight, you will also notice multiple cameras around the shop. And that some of the locks are in the ethereal realm.
Oh.
Not to worry, I just so happen to have an astral projection spell I can use to take care of that.
Perfect. Okay. Anything else I noticed? Is there anything else any more else I can glean?
There are some magical traps in some of the chests. These are glass-fronted chests, but the glass will not smash. You realize that pretty quickly. You also notice that there's something strange with a lock on the front door. This has displacement in it, but the displacement is not the ethereal realm.
And I guess is Scribbles like standing there looking at me?
Yeah, pretty much. However, as you make these scopes out, the heist, I'm afraid, is next episode.
Oh. Just do I see the lyre? That's all I'm gonna say. Do I see the lyre?
It's behind a glass-fronted cabinet. It's locked in the ethereal plane.
Okay.
But
okay.
I am going to stop us there. And before Lavi leaves, I will ask her for MVP.
I would say just Lucas in general, pre getting his wings cut off.
Getting his wings cut off. Brutal.
And as me putting her patron on hold in her mind.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, those are my two MVPs.
Good. Thank you. I hope you have a lovely evening. Darth, your MVP.
I'd say my biggest MVP was I really liked everything that Lucas and Esme did. I love Lucas actually finally getting like some punishment for all the shit he gives people. I think also Esme and Lucas both immediately being okay with everything that Lucas did, but at the same time giving Strider a bunch of shit for doing, like he hadn't even gotten to that shit yet. It was only things that he was associated with, and he was giving, but they're completely fine with it. It's funny the morals that they're willing to compromise for each other.
We're not best friends for no reason.
I think it's also fair to say that it's also because it's not something that directly affected the group and, you know, business.
I think it'll directly affect us.
Yeah, you're right. It probably will down the line.
Maybe not.
A lot
Lucas
more
is
than
a
Strider, I
training
think.
now.
Kira. Your MVP.
I thought I was muted for a second. Dream, the little subsection we have now, Dream Chase is doing their own thing. I like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually really excited for this candle making business. I do want to get those tattoos to see exactly if what I can do with summoning, summoning shit.
Interesting.
I think that'd be kind of fun, something different to try. What else was there? I do like the tidbit of of Kellyan's mom being one of the hits. I was like, ooh, that's interesting. That's just an interesting something that's interesting that's gonna happen. That can happen.
Good.
Everyone's fully aware it can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruno?
Okay, first and foremost, I am absolutely heartbroken that we didn't get to the heist
I know.
this episode. But considering that we are aiming for 2 instruments, I get it. I really liked, again, I'm gonna kind of paraphrase Kira, Lavi's, Kellyan's mom being one of the hits. I thought that was like very interesting because I wanted to see like, will Kellyan kill her mom for the job? I was like into that. I really liked Lucas's whole thing with the wings and stuff. That was really interesting to me. Dream Chasers is really cool and funny, and I love like the whole interaction and our little plotting. I'm really excited for next week.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a strange one. It was known as the Interlude. There was always a heist next week, so I figured, why not start there? Jamal.
We might want to bring everybody else then, if we could.
They'll turn up. Fear not.
Yeah, if we're gonna do heists.
Yeah. Jamal, your MVP.
I'm gonna have to say that the first thing I've got to mention is once again the Dream Chasers business venture.
Mm-hmm.
The scented candles, that's always a good one. What do you mean, boo? I was getting to you in a minute, Josh.
Yeah, carry on, Jamal. We're on a timer here.
Right, yeah. The other one is I know the stream won't know this one, but the little bit in the break that we had of the dumb ways to die in response to Lucas getting shot
I
for
wasn't there.
106. You weren't there either, but dumb ways to die was a good moment. And also, the fact that we just got Anakesia completely fucked twice.
It's not fucked the second time. They're putting some proper laws in place.
Yeah, but I mean, a bunch of politicians also got murdered. Like that was.
Yeah. Justin's
Anakesia
pretty much a
better.
dictator now.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
What I gathered was the consequence of the second time round, yeah.
And to my MVP of the session, Josh.
Well, this session was really rough. But I think just Lucas getting revenge, because I mean, like, I think it was just. So yeah.
My MVP is
Shake your head up.
my MVP is simply you going through with it, not the wet boys. You going through with going to Anakesia. Full disclosure: if you told that man the truth, he would have hidden you.
Well, I was about to.
You fucking weren't.
And then he
gave you
killed me.
so many options and you did not stop talking, so he killed you.
It's just not true, but we can agree.
We'll see how many times I tried to interrupt you. But you went through with it. You were foolish enough to go through with it, and you suffered the consequences.
I don't think
And well, I mean, you were told quite a few times that would be the result, and that was the
yeah,
result.
And look what happened to the city. I think the lesson to be learned is don't fuck with Lucas.
Don't fuck with Lucas's friends. might be a bit,
Yeah,
a little
let's
better.
go temper tantrum, and then he got his way. All right, let's not put it any other way.
Attention, I would mutilate it.
As you were warned. However, going through with it was pretty surprising to me. And going to the Web Boys as your answer, beautiful. Because Josh said to me, the Web Boys designed for me, and I was like, not really, but they're there. Well, they are now. Karma, very briefly, and I will start with Killian because I do know you need to go. -2. You don't go assassinating people without getting some karma change.
What's your thing?
Dreams, -1. You don't fuck with Bastus without losing karma. No matter what.
You said what happened?
You don't fuck with Bastus without losing karma. It's just a
that's
-1
fine.
for now, but you're working on the good side of it. So we'll give you that.
I'm going down. You know, as long as I get there, it makes me nice.
Yeah. Strider, no change. Esme.
I'm at 4 minutes.
Did I have an Esme change? I don't think so.
What did I do?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, no change. And Frost, no change.
Oh yeah.
Right, so Dreams -1, Strider 0, myself 0,
Keldian -2.
Killer -2, Esme's no change.
Is Lucas at like -30 now for like going to the Web Boys?
Lucas -10.
10?
Minus
1300.
-10.
I'm very happy with. I'm very happy with that.
And bear in mind that is doubled. He would have lost a lot more, but realistically, in some ways, his decision was very morally made sense.
So is that a -10 or a -20 with the
It's a
doubling?
-10. That is the
okay.
doubled.
Okay.
He still went down though.
I eat up your salty tears, dog. No,
I'm not salty. I just find it hilarious about the double standard everyone's willing to put in for Lucas's character. But then when Strider does something, it's like, no, Strider's a terrible person for wanting to protect his friend.
No,
Well, I've got two things to say about this.
Well,
I'm going to let you all argue off stream.
Yeah.
Lucas -10. Firstly, to the players, thank you so much for playing it. You make this campaign what it is. I know that today might have been a little bit difficult for some of you, as you sat in silence for a lot of the episode, and we didn't get to the heist, but next episode, it's all about the heist.
Yay!
Apart from Lucas.
2 heists, right? There's 2 heists.
Yeah.
There should be 1 or 3. That's all I'm telling you.
Because I'm going to the Kinshir Republic right after.
There will be 1 or 3 heists next week, depending on how many risks you're willing to take and how successful you are.
Aye.
Okay. So that leaves for me to say thank you very much to the viewers for being here, thank you very much to the players for playing, and thank you all for making this possible. If you have missed any of our past episodes, you can catch them on the YouTube. And without further ado, if you guys would like to say goodbye.
Catch you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye, babes.
See you later.
We'll see you soon.